All right, so this should give us direct shot at that guy.
Ready for orders.
Although nobody that actually has range on it.
Got it.
What's up, boss?
LRM medium gun. I guess we'll just start here. I could have sworn I told him to shoot this guy, but instead he shot over there.
Moving to position.
And we'll just do LRMs and see if we can finish this guy off. Oh, just barely. There's only a couple fours, orange fours in there, but we did get him. Now though these two have used their deal up, so they can get shot. So ideally what we do is we sit, you know, the Raven or something right past the edge, and we don't use it, right? And then we just use indirect fire from that. So what we could do is we could kind of go like this, and he's going to stay there. Except now they've got more mechs coming. So I screwed up by getting too close.
Standing by.
So, and again, what we do is we can put this guy, like, say, right here. He's not going to use any of his abilities. He's just going to sit there.
Reporting. Enemy contact. Targeting for an alpha strike.
These guys are still going to be available for a hit, but maybe we, well, we got to run to get him in the cloud.
Copy that.
Into the cloak. So the Griffin's going to be available to get shot. So we're going to get stuff coming from both directions, most likely. But we only got, what, 2 turrets left? Wow, they really don't like that building, did they?
Barely hit, Commander.
And again, it's all going to go with the Griffin because he's the only target they have right now. But if we sit him and the Trebuchet back here,
Good to go.
brace.
Confirmed. Holding.
Receiving you.
I'm going to kind of rotate him here just to see more things. But again, we're just going to brace with him because he's not going to use any of his deal there.
Yes, Commander.
Jump.
Right.
Jump to here with the Griffin. Hey, Larian, how you doing today?
Target confirmed.
I did fix your piloting skills.
That turret is gone.
Commander. Roger that.
And that turret is the next target.
Copy that.
There we go. Our life is a lot nicer now that we don't have those turrets shooting at us. Now we just need to take care of this extra lance. If the camera decides not to stop jumping around. Okay.
Standing by.
We just go to like here.
Roger.
Well, we can take the shot here because we get the extra ones. We may as well take a shot there. Didn't get much, but we did take off an evasion.
Standing by.
Spot where I'm going to take the shot. Javelin hasn't really been hit. These are horrible shots, but
Confirmed.
you know, we might get lucky. If nothing else, some evasion comes off.
Negative damage.
Aye, aye. Location confirmed.
Of course, then he moved again, but we'll shoot at this striker.
Full complement on the enemy.
And yet another locust, who is in an area that we can blow up.
Yes, Commander.
Which we will, just because it's fun.
Copy that.
Got 50. I'm going to turn these off and turn these on. See if we get 2 shots in there. I don't know, last time I didn't do anything. Doesn't look like it's going to this time either. It's just coolant. Oh well. It was worth a shot. Worth a shot. I'm sure something tells me ahead of time what they actually are before I blow them up, but Now we could move the trebuchet in there and shoot with everything because it's additional coolant. I let all the green goop out. Now we're gonna go play in it. Assuming we can blow up a striker or two, that'll make my life a little easier.
Receiving you. Aye, aye.
Yeah, there we go. I saw an orange number. I was hoping it was enough.
Vehicle trashed.
Oh, it goes after the Raven with the machine guns. Probably a good idea.
Standing by.
I think I'll take the big 75% hit chance, which we missed,
Wanna go?
of course.
Let's go. Missed.
Aye, aye. Move order confirmed.
And I think I'm going to go after that guy with the LRMs. Not enough punch kill, I know. His mech judo was wanting there. Let's see, what are we on? We're on the Raven right now. I'm going to go here to get them out of the bubble.
Giving them everything I've got.
Take a few shots at that striker, which we missed. Well, we didn't miss. We just didn't hit with all of them.
Ready for orders.
Maybe I think again we tried the punch. Structure exposed. We got through that time. Yeah, and that makes him run away, which is nice, because now it's easier for us to get our bubble all
Ready
back, right? Griffin can take a shot at the back of this guy.
locked on with all weapons.
Kind of. Oh, it got destroyed. I was going to say, it didn't look like much hit, but it was enough. So now we're down to just the 2 locusts.
Commander,
It's
moving out.
pretty horrible. I'm going to shoot a building. Got to blow them up anyway.
Reading heavy damage to an enemy structure. Good shot, Commander. Enemy structure.
All right, may as well.
Target site demolished.
Reserve, let that guy go.
The shot. Ready to get it on.
I don't think it really matters all that much, to be honest, but there we go.
On my way.
Pretty horrible shot with both of them. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to split my shots and knock an evasion off of each of them.
Acknowledge.
We'll play that game. Make them a little easier to hit.
Negative damage. Repeat. Negative damage.
500 civilians.
Receiving you.
You know what? They knew who they were working for. Actually, they didn't. They're the reason we're here to try to take the war out. It's not our fault. It's the attacker's fault.
Firing all weapons.
The people in the Black Kaldar Research Center don't count as civilians. They're like
Yes, Commander.
the Death Star contractors, right? They knew who they were working for.
Confirmed. Standing by. Now, let's see how you handle this.
This building, though, you know, those were civilians.
Got something you want done?
Let's go back to judo.
Attack.
Little raven peck there. Ah. That was my raven kung fu.
I'm under heavy fire. Ready for orders.
You hop around, peck stuff, right up until the point you see something shiny, and then off you go.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Commander.
Oh, come on. You can't miss that.
Negative
Thousands.
damage.
Probably. It is coolant. I don't think it's supposed to be good for you.
Copy that.
Everybody that works in this office building's in trouble.
Taking heavy hits, Commander. Receiving you.
Oh, my Raven Kung Fu is still horrible.
That didn't hit.
You did not. You suck. Get better. Learn to play, noob.
Standing by. All weapons, go.
Well, that was pretty horrible.
Target's taken a critical hit.
Orders.
Yeah, that's probably well within the minimum range of the PPC. Maybe we'll try here just for the heck of it. We did just shoot that building, but we didn't do any damage, honest.
Repeat. Negative damage.
Awaiting orders.
Let's see. Trebuchet, we'll stand back here, get our cooling back. We'll just medium laser him and hope. Nice if we just end one of these guys at some point. He doesn't have much left. We just can't quite kill him. Alright, now though we should be able to get a decent shot at him because he hasn't moved.
Good to go.
So if I just step back and hit him with everything. There we go. Now we get our cloaking back.
Orders. On my way. Targeting for an alpha strike.
Maybe one hit in there. I saw a lot of the word miss kicking around.
Move order received. Fire.
I think I blew up another building. Or at least take a shot at it.
Commander? Moving out.
I may as well go one more try with the mediums. And again, we just got one hit out of that. It's hard to punch with wings. I don't know, I've had my butt kicked a couple times by peacocks and geese. They seem to do okay.
Waiting for orders. Let's move.
Buddy of mine had a German Shorthair pointer.
Something good.
And her first goose season,
Confirmed.
they shot a goose. The goose hits the ground, and they send her out for it. Took some convincing to get her to go after something that was essentially as big as she was.
On my way.
And so she gets there. Not really surprised. Should have just punched with him.
Reporting negative
Doesn't have any close range weapons, really.
Awaiting orders.
And she gets there and she goes to pick it up. Well, it turns out
Target confirmed.
it wasn't dead or even seriously injured. It had taken like a pellet to the head or something and it knocked it out. And it woke up as she was carrying it and beat the crap out of her. She was not happy. Took a lot of convincing her to tell her that she needed to go get the next one. Oh, and of course it automatically defaulted to run because there are no enemies on the battlefield, so we missed our shot there. So, and we just walk to here and shoot a building.
affirmative.
No, she got back into it, but it was not a good first experience for her, I'll tell you that. Luckily, goose hunting isn't something that happens very often.
Leopard inbound, Commander.
Usually just before Christmas, and you get your Christmas dinner, and you kind of call it a day at that point. Mostly duck and pheasant was what she was used for. A lot of pheasant. Sage hen, grouse, that kind of thing. She was sneaky, though. She could swim really well, and she didn't make much of a ripple. She would swim up behind ducks and just grab ducks and bring them back to you alive, completely unharmed, because she had a soft mouth. She wouldn't ruffle a feather, and you just kind of look around, make sure nobody saw that happen, and just let the duck go. She went into a thicket once. She was supposed to be scaring out any, pheasant that were in there. Instead, she came out with an owl in her mouth. Apparently, he'd been sleeping on a lower branch or something. And yeah, they were confused ducks. And she came out with his owl. Again, she hadn't heard it, nothing. It just we just stuck it up on a higher branch and called it a day. All right, so we get, we may as well take a couple trebuchet parts here. That's going to get us another trebuchet 5N in case we want one. And we should get a raven out of this if we want it at the end of the day. She was a good bird dog. Her name was Missy. She was there kind of all throughout college for me. She was one of my roommates for a number of years. A, they probably don't taste very good, and B, it's really, really, really illegal to hunt raptors in the U.S. and probably Canada too, for that matter. So, eagles, hawks, owls, any of those, songbirds as well. And if you live near the border and it's a songbird that might have come across the border, then it counts as a migratory international songbird, and they put you in jail if you harm it. Unless, however, you own wind towers, in which case you're allowed to knock eagles and everything out of the sky willy-nilly all year long, and nobody cares because you're environmental. R&D lab went up like a Christmas tree, Commander. Beautiful work. Raven is a hell of a machine, I gotta say. I understand why Dame Catherine wanted it for herself. Yeah, her and everyone else. Commander, you're not going to believe this, but Lady Alexandra Cunningham is calling on behalf of House Davian. She says it's about an acquisition deal and it's urgent. Funny thing, XO, I actually do believe you. Put her on the line and let's hear what she has to say. Commander Myers, I won't beat around the bush. You have one of the compelling Confederation's Raven prototypes, and House Davian wants it. We'll match whatever deal Sting offered you, and you'll have the house, thanks of House Davian to boot. No, they're kind of not. They kill serious numbers of golden eagles on a regular basis, and they also require the highest amount of surface area per unit of energy created. So even though it's up in the air, the groundwork that goes destroys the most environment, more square feet of environment per unit of energy of anything. So they're really not very environmental. They've also, if you put enough of them up like we have in Southern California, Palm Springs area, they actually take enough energy out of the wind that they change downwind weather patterns. So we've kind of screwed a bunch of Texas farmers with our California wind farms because now none of the moisture makes it through to them. So their environmentalism, I would say, is hugely overstated. But again, you're allowed to kill golden eagles and bald eagles and everything else, and nothing happens to you. But if, for say, instance, in North Dakota, a songbird died near an oil well, and they put an oil executive in jail for killing a migratory songbird. One little robin, something along those lines, was jail time, but a wind turbine can kill eagles. So, overstated or not, it still happens, and happens in much greater numbers than any other thing, and it's ignored. So, there's a lot of different ways of doing things. I would say some of these things that we've considered are environmental, we don't give enough critical thinking to after the fact to see how they happen. That's what I would say. More critical thinking involved in our environmentalism. I know that Singh gave you a high-minded speech, yada, yada, yada. Haven't seen what it can do. She says, yes, I have. But once everybody has it, the rules go back the same. In which case, why do you need it? Anyway, she kind of talked herself out of that one, I believe. It's official. Everybody wants it. It's really good. And in the last save, we did not keep it because I wasn't planning on using it. I think this time we keep it. I don't know that we use it much, but we keep it. He's fine with us keeping it. Everybody else is fine with us keeping it. I think we keep it. It is a boring way to play the game. And we might not hang on to it. Or we might just keep it in the collection. Or we might just take the stuff off of it and put it on something else. Whatever stuff we can take off of it. We're going to build our trebuchet. I don't think we sell it or do anything with this other trebuchet right now, but I think we keep it in the wings. We did get an AC-20++, a large laser ++, an SRM-6+. We got some good gear to go with it. And we may as well build a locust to sell, I guess. Melee damage. Oh, was there a melee damage arm? I didn't even see it, but I am not surprised you did. All right, I'm going to sell that, and I'm going to sell the commando. And the trebuchet or two. Okay, we'll hang on to the trebuchet for the moment. There it is, arm mod. All right, so I guess that means we need to take a look at the mechs we have. So we're going to have a Griffin at some point. which is going to replace the Clint. So I think this is what we consider our primary lance. I think the fire starter we can safely not pay rent on anymore. We'll stick it down into storage. Thought I hit confirm. Apparently I did not. I think we can probably do the same thing with the Panther at this point. Yeah, and we definitely need more trebuchet ammo. So my question is, Larian, do you foresee the Phoenix Hawk or the Wolverine as your punch bot of choice? While I add some ammo to the trebuchet. And I think we will do the 10. Let's put an LRM 10 in instead of the LRM 15. That gives us a little bit here. And then we can give ourselves an extra ton of ammo. And a medium laser? And a heat... medium laser? Okay. That's going to hurt our heat, but we're not going to be shooting everything. Before getting on camera with the character. I think some of them did. I think that's probably fair. That's how they ended up with us. If they weren't getting their butts kicked, they'd still be with the other guy. Our heat efficiency is okay. Not great. We're not going to want to shoot all of this at once. But I think we're okay. So we'll go with that. And then we have the medium lasers when we run out of ammo. I think both of these make excellent ones. The Phoenix is a little bit faster, so we can get things a little quicker. But Wolverines are super sturdy. I think they make good punch bots. Let's look, make sure we're not screwing up any Apple Dumpling Gang. Charlie Lance? Yeah, it's kind of looking that way, isn't it? Although we're doing okay. So +1 initiative. Wow. Until fired upon. I didn't notice that. Okay. Save the Hawk for someone else. I'm fine with that. So +1 initiative for the whole lance until fired upon. That's pretty good. We get to move early and then see what happens. We tend to wait till later, but that's interesting. We'll have to see if that actually works. I haven't noticed it, but I haven't paid much attention to it either. So let's go ahead in here. And we'll strip off an SRM-6 anyway. And that's under equipment, maybe? Arm mod. So it's only +5, but at the same time, it also only takes 1 ton. So we could do that, and we could just put on another, like, SRM-4 or something. For now. For that extra 2 tons, right? And also, didn't we get a bonus SRM-6? Or a +1? So let's go there and there. And I think that's it. Now we do a little bit more punching. We've still got the SRMs to do the damage. Brass knuckles, exactly. I think that's pretty... and we've still got a ton of armor on it. So I think that works pretty well.
Right.
We've still got a Griffin on the way up at some point. So that will have to be equipped, but let's go ahead and knock it down for now. For the moment, probably the Clint is our stand-in while we wait for the Griffin to get done. We've got pretty decent money, so we may as well make sure we're working on the ship, and I don't know if we are or not, to be honest. We are not, so next upgrade. It has been so far. We haven't run out of ammo yet with it. And that was with 3 6s. I knew what you meant. So I think we'll be okay. We'll keep an eye on it. If we run out, then we run out. But at that point, we can be punching anyway. By the time we run out of SRM ammo, we should have closed with the army, with the enemy. So, and maybe this one.
I'll get the team on it right away.
And so we'll go. But we haven't run out with it yet. We have with the trebuchet a couple times now. Go ahead and make sure we're...
Waiting for orders.
Got 3,000. I'll boost this, and then next time I can boost that, and we can go back to working on the big stuff again. Maybe knock each of them up a turn.
Good to go.
Shazah! How about piloting?
Training confirmed, Commander.
Ready for orders.
Mech warrior
A
training.
bonus, guts there. Nothing for Larian yet.
Commander.
Scruffy, nothing. Nothing.
Something you want done?
Yeah, gunnery. That'll work for switchback. And the Countess. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Training confirmed, Commander.
I think that will work well. Now we'll have to put her on, like, maybe the Griffin with the maybe we go standard PPC LRM, and then you split those shots off each time and get breaching shot for both of them. Yeah, we'll get it going again. I just don't like really unbalanced characters. So, you know, these two are pulling ahead. So we'll fill these in, and then we'll start working on those again. And maybe at that point, we'll take them all the way up to these levels and then catch up again. I just don't want to get too unbalanced here. I think there were a lot of missions I want to do on this planet, so let's go ahead and take a look. And if that's the case, we'll just kind of pause and let stuff happen. Yeah, there's a bunch of 1.5 skull missions we can do here. So let's just kind of hang out here for a little bit. Let's see. We'll let them keep working on it. Every once in a while, you get a boost. So there you go. We lost an AC5 and we got an AC5 plus. So perfect. We don't have it on anything at the moment. Although we could go back to something like that on the 5 more days for the Wolverine.
That work order is complete.
Look at me.
Top-notch work.
Maybe that's why I don't like the characters to be unbalanced, right? All right. So now we can go ahead, jump into our next mission. Everybody's back. We're good. You seen Omega Tech yet, by the way? Is he in yet today? Haven't seen him. Hey, Time Lord, how you doing today? Old Bear, welcome back. I think that's the only people I've missed so far. Look at that, 5 salvage or decent money. What is this one? A defend. Well, it's a defend base, but let's go for it. The Countess Spike and Gunnery. Oh, it was there. It was there. Plus, it was the bonus to the one bonus one rather than not a bonus one. But you're right. I was maybe a little hypocritical there. Maybe. I'm not saying it was. All right. So Wolverine, Trebuchet, Phoenix Hawk, and Clint. Swap those two. I don't remember what spot they end up in the lance on the map, but I tend to want the faster one there because these, I think, are at the back. Although it might go like in a circle. I don't know.